Got a call to go do a 2001 Ford Mustang. What I'm going to do is pre-cut the key and then go over and try to program that key into the vehicle itself. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the key in the shop here, and what I'm hoping is that the ignition hasn't been changed. Some of these cars you get to that, but you can pretty much go with the feeling on this one here and say, hey, no, it's not. That's something that's not happening. So we're going to cut the key using this machine right here. This is a ultra code machine. So we're going to rock and roll. Some of you might think that, oh, this is all just easy. We just go out there and whittle away at something and that's about it. But man, you know, with all of the vehicles that are on the streets since 1997 using these transponders and keys that have devices in there that communicate with cars' computers, it's important that you have the right documentation so that you can refer to it before doing a job. So what we do here is we got to determine on this car what keys we're going to use. Now the transponder key that we'll use is an H72 PT. Okay, that's a transponder key, and we're going to look at what equipment we might need. So I refer to a book that makes things real easy. Got the test key that we could use. There's a maximum number of keys that can be programmed into this car, approximately 8. There's some other information right here. If you have 2 existing master keys, you can program more keys without diagnostic equipment. The immobilizer for this vehicle is located in the instrument cluster, so it uses a hybrid instrument cluster, the HEC, on this 2001 Ford. Type of chip, a Texas crypto chip. If we were going to clone it, we could, but he doesn't have keys at all. The type of the way the chip looks like a large glass tube, and then we can go down and look at various types of machines if we were going to do some cloning, but we're not. But we're going to be using I'm going to use a factory tool, an NGS, on this one here to do the programming, because you could use a T-code, an MVP, or, you know, a T-code classic to do all of that if you want to, and go into the instrument cluster, the HEC, and program. But if you do, and say you have a T-code classic that only has the first revision to Ford programming on there, you will have to program 2 keys into the car. So by using the NGS system that we're going to use, I'm just going to put and program 1 key into this car and see if everything works. If everything works, great. The way the key that I'm going to program in looks like this right here. I got American flag draped around it. There's my little keychain right there, my little key tag. Look at that there. See, that's the website right there. If you need more information, you can go there and you can find me. There's my phone number. There's my shop location. There's my name. You want to be professional. Okay? So now, having all this information available and ready to be used, let's rock and roll. Let's cut this key. Already taken the liberty to decode the VIN number for this 2001 Mustang, and the key code for that car assigned by the manufacturer I've already put into the machine. Now we get ready to start some cutting action here. Ready to cut. Got everything all selected up. Let's do a little bit of that there. Now this uses the Ford 8-cut system, so you've seen that X on the as the last digit of that that code. That's where all your Ford 8-cut type systems look. Here we are, we're cutting. Look at that. One side cut already. We're gonna cut the other side. You might say, why doesn't this guy like carry all this equipment with him all this? Well, first of all, the car isn't that far from my shop. And as I just said, Will's Lock and Key, we have a shop. We're not just rolling around out of a van or out of a truck and trying to do everything that way. It's not prudent at all times to load up and carry everything. If you call me and you say, hey, look here, I got this kind of car, blah, 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 you know, I might ask you for some information that will help me and be able to do things by a van. This is an NGS unit right here. And I'll show you a little bit more of it and what it does when we get to the car. But we load it up. Booyah, baby. There's the key that we're going to program into this car as long as the lock systems haven't been changed. We're going to rock and roll. Here we go, on the way. Gonna go down. This is the corner of Nimitz and Mokuwea. On the way to that 2001 Ford Mustang. So here we are. Looks like we got ourselves an auction car. Vehicle bought in an auction, but it's sitting and waiting for us. Let's jam. Looks like everything is going to be all right. We've connected the battery up. Engine doesn't look all bad, but then again, you know, we don't know. That's not my situation or problem there. But let's rock. I'm getting the driver's door, so we'll try the passenger door here. The passenger door seems to be stuck. So what I want to do is check the key that we made in the trunk to see if we're doing in good. Oh yeah, works like a charm. There we go. So now we're pretty sure of the information we have. Driver's door open now, and we're going to try the key in the ignition to see if it turns. Here's the lock cylinder right here, so we're going to put the key in. We got some noise, but noise doesn't always mean too much. Let's see if it turns. Oh heck yeah. As a matter of fact, windshield wipers are on. So we got joy, and we're going to commence a programming procedure right now. This is what the new generation star tester looks like. It's an OEM device used to program keys into Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Mazda B series and Tribute vehicles. We're connected to the vehicle by way of the diagnostic port, the onboard diagnostic port here, OBD, which is underneath the dash, as you can see there. It's going to take about 10 minutes to program the key into this car, and that is if there are no other problems or faults or what have you. Now, what I'm looking at right now is a theft light that's decided that it's going to blink how it wants to blink instead of blinking fast. So we don't want the car to slip into a mode where we can't do very much other than wait and take a lot of time. That looks like a scan mode to me, because it should be blinking like boom, 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 boom. That right there tells me that there might be another problem with this vehicle, where it actually has like one key programmed in and is waiting on another one. We haven't programmed anything yet. So we're going to proceed. It takes like 10 minutes to get into this hybrid cluster here. And after that, we can try to program. Try to help you to read as much as I can in doing this programming. Service bay function. We're going to go to the hybrid instrument cluster. And you know, every time you get started going, your phone starts going crazy. I'm programmed down at the hybrid instrument cluster here. We're going to select that, and we're going to enter the security access for this vehicle if we can. Let's go down and select, this is a 2001, so it's going to fall between 99 and 2002. We'll go in there and, okay, so far we're okay. We'll see what happens 10 minutes from now. So we've reached the 10-minute marker and we're ready to try or attempt to program a key into this car. You can see some of the other functions, but we are going to try to program this key. Here we go. Programming. Alright, key code programming was successful. So for all intents and purposes, we are done. We've got to wait an additional 3 minutes. It takes, instead of 2 minutes on most Ford type vehicles, that's required to bring the PCM or bring the system out of the program mode. On these Fords that use a hybrid instrument cluster, it takes approximately 3 to 4 minutes for them to come out of the programming mode before you can actually start the car. So we're going to remove the key. And let the car sit for about 3 minutes. Then when I turn it back on, what I hope to see is the red light that we showed you before, the security, the theft light. I want it to come on and I want it to go off, extinguish in 5 seconds. We're waiting. We're going to put our equipment away, make sure that we're ready to rock and roll when this vehicle comes out of the programming mode. It's been 3 minutes. See a little blip going on down there on the dashboard. We're going to stick the key in, and what we want that light to do is come on, stay steady for 5 seconds, and then go off. So here we go. There it is. We done. That's how the programming is done. Now you will notice, or if you don't know, this procedure actually took about 13 minutes. There is, however, a program out now where you can bypass the 10-minute wait on most Fords. I won't get into that, but there is a program out and available where you can bypass the 10-minute wait on Fords. Anyway, thank God we were successful, and I wish that we could say this about every car, but we're always learning.